There we go. All right, so Borju, what is your game of the week for week one?
Hold on, I got to get this thing off the screen here.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. For college football in general.
Yeah, game of the week for college football, week one.
For me, besides Utah, Baylor, I'm looking forward to Texas, Alabama.
Okay, yeah. Oh, week two, yeah. I was say for the past week. What was your favorite?
Probably the Utah game.
Yeah, Utah, Florida.
Yeah, the Utah-Florida game was good.
It's good to have that revenge.
I'm not going to give Colorado any love, so I don't even want because that's all we're hearing. Blah blah blah, Colorado, and you could spitball a lot of reasons why they won. Yeah, sure, they have all the athletes, good coaching staff. Trevor Riley's the coach there used to play at Utah. I don't know if you remember him. He's a coach there. They returned like 4 starters from last year's team. I don't think they're going to be very good this year, anyways. So, but hey, I'd say Utah Florida was my favorite game this last week.
Okay. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
Florida,
For me, it's gotta be the. I'm sorry to say, it's got to be the Colorado TCU game. I don't know. Something about Travis Hunter. He was just everywhere on the field. I watched that game. I was like, this kid's good. I was like, wow. I wasn't even no one was even expecting Colorado to be even close to. I was just like, oh yeah, TCU's got this, no problem. And no, Colorado showed up and played, and sure they only won by 3, but it was a pretty good game overall on both sides of the ball. So it's sure they're not as good as Utah's defense, but they got some
for sure
ballers on their team. So
young kids, sure. I knew you were gonna say that, Gabe. Yeah, I grew up watching Prime, as I was young and teenager, and I mentioned to somebody how Travis Hunter plays. I haven't seen anybody go both ways like that since back then when he did that. I remember Prime would go play a football game and then he'd fly out that night and play a baseball game the next day. And I don't know if you know that he played Major League Baseball as well, and he would literally go back and forth. Crazy athlete. Yeah.
That's crazy. No, yeah. For me, Utah, Florida, TCU, Colorado. Really, what it should be is the Duke, Clemson, right?
Clemson, yeah.
Oh my goodness, Duke winning that one was wow. But what I also enjoyed watching was the Wyoming Texas Tech game. That's probably my favorite game that I watched. That went in double overtime, just wow. So, but yeah, that's
I forgot about that game. I watched it. I just completely spaced it. But yeah.
But hey, the Pac-12.
Go ahead.
The Pac-12 is undefeated, So hey, with best conference in the nation right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah. We got to keep it up. We got to keep winning, man.
I'm kind of cheering for Nebraska at the moment because I think Colorado's getting a big head. So,
I'm a big. I hate BYU.
Oh yeah.
And so, same.
Oh yeah. There's no wrong with BYU.
When all these Big 12 schools are losing, I think to myself, all I can recall is all of the preseason BYU fans. Oh, the Pac-12, this and you guys are coming to a big conference. All the Big 12 teams lost, man. Most.
Yeah. They barely won against who was it? It was 14-0 against
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston. They barely beat them. And all I can hear is, "Oh, well, we still won." And it's but you won by 14. 14-0.
Well, the headline said BYU shuts them out. They shut out. No, 14-0.
If it's a shutout, you might as well score 30 points.
Yeah,
it's just yeah.
As much as I like Kalani, I want to see them fail, but we can talk. We don't need to talk about this. Is a youth podcast. I just want to see them fail.
I agree. That's kind of yeah. So anyway, as far as upcoming games, so I mean, you already mentioned Alabama, Texas, right? So I mean, I'd say that's a big game number one right now. Who do you guys think is going to win out of that?
Alabama.
I'm actually going to take Texas in an upset on this one. Okay. I do think Texas can play a lot of good football out there. I mean, Utah recruits really well in Texas, by the way. They literally recruit Texas. I mean, I remember us playing Texas a couple of years ago, and Texas they completely shut us out. I mean, I'm not trying to like degrade our team at all, but I'm just saying, like, Texas, they literally play some real good football, and I think Alabama's not as good in years past, or they're not as good as they were in years past. I mean, they've had some down years. I mean, not like down years, but they haven't reached the playoff of what other people would expect from them. So I just think Texas is in way better shape to beat them this year. Even when Texas doesn't have Bijan anymore, their other running back. I mean, they can still sling it, and yeah. So.
For sure.
I hear what you're saying. I'll validate what you're saying. I still feel like Alabama's going to get it. I like when Alabama starts off with a brand new quarterback. It's always exciting to see what they're going to be able to do, especially this new guy, because he seems the typical athletic. He's jacked too. He's super buff, and he looks like he could be good, obviously, but we'll see what happens.
It's funny. Texas State's quarterback, he looked super jacked too against Baylor. I was like, holy crap, who is this guy? I was like, what the heck? This guy doesn't even look like a quarterback. He looks like some linebacker there. Like, it's just like, yeah. But
you have to remember too, Sarkisian was Nick Saban's offensive coordinator a few years ago. So I think that gives a little bit of edge to Nick Saban, because he's going to know how to defend. He's going to know how to he knows what Sark likes to run. I think that's a benefit. As well as Sark knows the kind of defense, that Saban runs, but still I feel like, I don't know. I'll go with the old school with Saban. So anyways.
Yeah, me too. I think we always expect a lot of Texas.
I do have a score. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I do have a score prediction for that game, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I do think it is like the LSU game. I mean, maybe I'm just hoping too much out of that game, but the 52-49 game, that when they kicked the field goal to beat Bama, I think that's what it was a year ago. LSU, when LSU upset Alabama. I really think that it'll be a high scoring game. I think, I'm going to say 34-31.
I like that score from back in the day.
Not super high scoring, but just enough, Yeah. So, but yeah.
Whenever I hear that 34-31 prediction, it takes me back to the 90s with Utah. Those scores were when I was there, because I was on that field goal post when we beat them that first year, and we were tearing down the field goal post. It was 34-31 BYU at home. That was great. That was a great win.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, cool.
You got a score prediction as well?
I think it's probably, I'm just guessing. I'm thinking like 28-17 Bama. I don't think Texas is going to be able to score. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to show up. But
I mean, there's I'm looking at it, 80.9% for Alabama and 19.1% for Texas to win that. So
yeah, wow,
yeah.
I think we always just expect so much out of Texas, and it's just like I don't know, they just seem to not get it done. We'll see how they do in the SEC, but it'll be interesting. So
yeah.
I mean,
And
Alabama's always good. So
I like Sark. I do. I like Sarkisian. I didn't like him when he played at BYU, but I don't know if you know, he played at a JC in Southern California. I think he went to Palomar Junior College. I'm actually from San Diego, so that's where he played for 2 years before he transferred to BYU. But he's had a tough go. I mean, he had a bad stint at USC and Washington, and I'm glad he's back head coaching again. Saban gave him that chance, and I think he's a good coach. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Texas A&M and Miami? You guys got
that one. I mean, that's a good game right there. I at least I hope so. I hope it's not the 5-17 we saw for Texas A&M a year ago. But I mean, Texas A&M. Even who's the coach? He coached with Saban. I can't remember his name. At Texas A&M. I think he coaches, if I'm not mistaken.
Their head coach.
Anyways,
head coach Texas A&M.
Their head coach. I think Jimbo Fisher. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
So yeah, Jimbo. Yeah, so Jimbo Fisher. I don't know. Texas A&M. I just think they're going to be. I mean, I think they're going to be at least 10-2 this year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they'll be up there. So, yeah,
they definitely they'll be a bigger improvement from last year because they were horrible last year. A lot of people transferred out of that school as well. They had the transfer portal hit them pretty hard this last year, but I don't know if Mario Cristobal has it dialed in there yet in Miami. So I'm going to take A&M on that.
I'm gonna say they win by at least 10 points against Miami. I think it'll be like a 38-28 game.
Yeah, that sounds good. That's a good score.
So,
but I'm thinking Florida. I'm thinking Miami might win that one personally because it's home field advantage. So, but
I hope so. I'm sorry, the Florida player that talked all that crap when he was coming to our stadium.
Yeah, Miami. But sorry, Gators though. Gators, yeah. No, when we're talking about Gators now. But no, I'm saying Miami. Sorry, we'll say Miami there.
Oh, you're talking about Miami. Okay,
I'm hoping Miami. I think they might win that against Texas A&M. But yeah, so Gators are gonna win their game. I forget who they play. They play somebody, but yeah. But then I do hope that the Gators go on and beat everybody. Like we need them to go beat Kentucky.
That'll be pretty good, yeah.
Everybody, yeah. So this makes Utah look better. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see. Notre Dame versus NC State. Who do you guys got on that?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame for sure. Yeah. Notre Dame. I mean, as soon as Sam Hartman came in, I'm like, it's over. Like Sam Hartman, he was pretty good at Wake Forest. The receiver that got drafted last year, he got drafted to my Saints. A.T. Perry.
Yeah.
A.T. Perry, he was so good at Notre Dame, or not Notre Dame, Wake Forest. When I think him and Hartman, they had a bunch of connections. When they just were tuned in on every play, just throw it up to him all the time. But yeah, I don't see this game being that close. I don't see NC State scoring maybe more than 13 points. I think Notre Dame wins by a landslide here. So
where's that game at, Dave?
That's at NC State.
Yeah, Notre Dame will still win.
Yeah. Then I think Notre Dame's going to be really good this year, along with Penn State. Yeah, Delaware versus Penn State. I think Penn State's going to blow Delaware out for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State could beat Michigan and Ohio State this year. I think they could do both. Like, Penn State's going to be good. So, that's just my prediction. Maybe not both teams, but I bet they can be either or with Ohio or Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Since you brought up Penn State for a second, can we just caveat into real quick? What do you think if Cam didn't get hurt last year at Rose Bowl?
Oh, I mean, the game would be a lot closer. I think
it would have been closer, right?
Definitely closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say a win, but closer.
I don't think it'd be not for sure. Definitely, like not a win. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, we definitely would have won that. It's like no, it would have been closer, you know. But like, yeah, we probably could have won that. But I mean, it's not definite for sure.
I think we'll be fine for the next 2 weeks or so without Cam. I mean, I mean, we got Baylor. They're without their starting quarterback, by the way. Blake Shapen, he won't play against Utah in this game. And then Weber State, Weber State. I mean, sure, they're a really good team in their conference, but they're just, we've got better athletes. So, and I just think we'll, win that game. So
we should blow Weber out for sure. But yeah, bringing up Baylor, Utah versus Baylor. What do you guys think of Utah versus Baylor? What's the score prediction as well?
I'll let Greg go.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like a 38-14. I think it's going to be a considerable win.
So
the first thing that came to mind when I found out about their, the guy that the Sawyer or whatever the kid's name is, the quarterback. The first thing that I thought of was, what's his name from LSU when he was his first year at Arizona State. What's LSU's quarterback?
Jaden Daniels. Yeah.
That first year when we played Arizona State and Jaden Daniels was a freshman, and we were relentless with him. He had no clue he didn't know what to do. I honestly feel it's going to be that, at least that, for Baylor. I think we're going to get between 5 and 10 sacks on him. Yeah. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think he's going to be running for his life. I really do. I almost feel bad for him already, and it hasn't even. We haven't even got there yet.
You haven't even played it yet. Yeah.
Because I know that their offensive line was a weak spot of their game, of their last game. Their right side. I was listening to another podcast. They were talking about the right side of that line was struggling. We're gonna get to him. He's gonna have some trouble. I'm predicting at least 1, maybe 2 picks. It'd be nice if we can get a pick 6 since we have that year going. I don't know how many years in a row.
A lot. I think it's 8 years, something like that.
I could see JT Brotner-Miles battle running one back.
Yeah,
he's the quarterback's going to have a pressure. He's going to have a hurry, and he's going to get out and he's going to throw it. And I can see it happening. If it happens, you're going to think of me when that happens. You're going to be like,
I really hope we see a lot of Nate Johnson in this game too. I think Nate Johnson, he's just a really good athlete. I mean, he's not really. I mean, I haven't seen a lot out of him throwing the ball, but I have seen like that run last week against Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just so fast, and he can, there's more opportunity to open up the offense more when he's on the field, I feel like. So, I mean, the two system quarterback, I think should be the same as Florida last week. So, but I'm saying a 42-17 game.
Yeah, it's a good score. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's without Cam too. That's crazy.
Yeah, without Cam. Yep.
Wow. All right. I mean, I know we're missing like 8 starters from that Florida game, though. We're missing like our defensive line, basically. And it's like.
Yeah. I did hear in the press conference though that they should have maybe 3 more players back this week on defense that they didn't have last week. So
Connor O'Toole's not going to be back. I don't think Connor won't play. I don't think Brant's going to play. Cam won't play. Junior Tafuna will probably get in there. And I don't know Simoti Pepa. I don't know. They haven't really said much about him, So, but regardless, Tanuvasa and Fotu did good. Jonah Ellis is a stud. I wish Van Fillinger would. God, that guy when he first came out of Corner Canyon, I thought he was going to And then he did get hurt last year, but I don't know. I don't think me personally, I don't think I think he still needs to, he's going to get better. He's jacked though, too. He's a big boy. Who else is on that edge? Oh, you got Logan Fano.
Logan Fano,
too. Yeah. So,
speaking of
our D line's good.
Speaking of Fano, I mean, the Spencer Fano is looking good. I mean, especially as a true freshman coming in to that O line. I mean, the first game, I was like, wow. I mean, yeah, sure, there were a little bit of shaky start with the false starts, but I mean, that happens, especially in college. It's his first game as a college football player, so I mean, he's really good at blocking. So
just imagine next year we're going to have that Isaiah Garcia too. He's going to be a true freshman, and I think he's better than Fano. I think he's going to step right in there and start. I bet he will. So excited for him too. So I forgot Aliki Vimahi too. He's one of our D line.
Oh yeah,
our D line's stacked, dude. I mean, if Junior Simoti and Connor don't play, we'll be fine. If it's the same group we had last time, it'll be fine. It'll be enough.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Zoom, we only got 8 more minutes, but I can resend you guys a link and we can keep on going. But these last 8 minutes, you guys want to talk about Nebraska versus Colorado? Who do you think's gonna win that?
I don't know much about Nebraska, so
they lost their game against Minnesota.
Yeah,
I did sad too.
I think it's
sad.
To be honest, I think Nebraska. I just feel like it's just a curse for them. I mean, the 1-score games. I mean, think about it. All the 1-score games they've had in the past couple years, like the last decade or so, they've lost, and it's just like, or I don't know if the last decade, but last couple years that the other coach that was there, I can't remember his name, but who was at Nebraska before Matt Rule got there. Nebraska, they've lost a lot of really close games, like a lot of nail biters, a lot of. I mean, they're a good team, but they just. Yeah, I don't see them winning this game. I really don't. Maybe I just don't like Nebraska, but
I think Colorado. I feel like Colorado's going to win that game. Nebraska hasn't been legit since when I was back in the 90s. They haven't been good, and it's sad for their fan base because they have a huge fan base. Even out here in Utah, the Nebraska fans will go rent out a bar. I mean, where do they used to go? The Leprechaun place, or I can't remember, but I know they used to always get together, and there's a big contingent of Nebraska fans here in Salt Lake, and they've sucked. They've sucked the last 10+ years. They have not been very good. So, and I wonder what that is. The leadership at the school, I have no idea. I don't follow them enough to pass any judgment on that. I just know that their football team has not been very good.
Yeah.
So,
both in Colorado. I'm going for Nebraska, but I think Colorado's probably going to win that, especially the home field advantage. Everyone in Colorado right now is losing their minds, thinking they just won the national championship. So
it's so annoying.
It's so annoying. I can't even tell you. It's like, okay, just wait till you play USC in Oregon. Like, have fun up in Oregon. Playing the Ducks there. Like, Anyway,
man, this is just kind of off topic, but I really wish we would bring back those. I guess I just keep calling them Ohio State uniforms. I know they're not Ohio State uniforms.
Yeah, the silver.
The silver uniforms. Those were so good looking. Like, why can't we just do that again? Like, that was so cool. Like, I mean,
going back to Colorado real quick, it just came through my mind just a little. I don't even want to speak it because I don't want it to be true. But our first year in the Pac-12, when all we had to do was beat Colorado at home, and we lost. Ugh, that was torture. And they're our last game. They're our last game again this year.
They'll be tired. They'll be tired.
They're gonna get. Yeah, I hope not that I wish anything bad, but I just can't imagine Travis Hunter making it the whole season doing that.
Yeah, same. There's gonna be some, I mean, especially playing both ways. There's not a lot of teams that play their players both ways. I mean, there's maybe very few teams. I mean, I can't think of any other teams that would play, their starters both ways. But it's almost like a Taysom Hill, like you're playing like in for the Saints, like he's everywhere. But like, but like Travis Hunter, I don't see him. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't see him sticking. There's always something that happens, an injury or just something. Something happens a lot with players like that. So,
well, look at Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, he runs so much. I had a feeling. I was like, this guy's going to get hurt. He's awesome, right? But look at Lamar Jackson. Same thing. These running quarterbacks are always getting hurt. Cam Rising. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Right?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix. Yeah. It just happens, right? The only person that never got hurt
that's
was,
what I don't get.
What's his name? With the pit bulls. He did all the pit bull fighting back in the Falcons. What's his name from the NFL? You know what I'm talking about?
Falcons. Yeah, I played for the Falcons.
Is he a quarterback or is
is it Cam Newton? No, not Cam Newton.
No. I would say Vince Young. It's not Vince Young.
It's dang it, duh.
I know, right?
Because he went to the Panthers too, and
Matt Corral.
No. He went to prison for the pit bull fighting. Yeah. Doing all the pit.
Was it Henry Ruggs?
No. Isn't that no? Henry Ruggs got in a car accident and he's screwed. Ruggs is screwed, dude. He's going away for a few years. He got like manslaughter or whatever like that.
Goodness.
But anyways, I can't think of his name. If someone's watching this, they're going to be like, it's so and so, and you're going to be like, oh, duh.
I think it starts with a V. I think it starts with a V.
Anyway, Vic. Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Vick. He could run.
Oh yeah.
He was a runner.
Oh yeah, he can run.
Elusive. So. Yeah.
2 more games.
Anyways.
Oregon versus Texas Tech.
Dude, Texas Tech was preseason ranked what? Like, they were so highly ranked. They were so predicted to be so well, and that loss really hurt them. I don't know. That could go either way for me. I don't want to make a prediction on that.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna make a prediction either way. I mean, they almost beat Wyoming. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I'm saying a 42-38 game.
Texas Tech or Oregon?
Oregon.
Gotcha. Nice. I think Oregon's going to be good. I do think Oregon's going to be really good. Like, I think we're really good, but I think Oregon's also that same kind of balance. We might have a better defense, but they also might have a better offense. Like, when we play each other, that's going to be a fun game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We have to be realistic. I mean, let's be honest. We need Cam back, and he needs to be healthy the whole season. Because if he's not, we're going to win 7-8 games. You just have to be realistic about it. We need him at UCLA. From UCLA on, he's got to be 100%.
Yep.
Except maybe against, I don't know, every team, even Arizona. I mean, gosh, we need him for the whole season, and he needs to be healthy, or we're
not going to win.
Won't have a chance.
More than 8 games if he's not on the field.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Awesome. But so we're under a minute right now. Do you mind if I send you guys another link?
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Yep.
All right, thanks.